Vinuta and Ranjan had been married for only a year. Ranjan, who had shouldered the responsibilities of the house, had reached the age of 45. For Vinuta, too, marriage was beyond her age. Years had passed in the rush to fulfill the lofty aspirations of modern life. First, the dream of higher education, then the hope of a suitable job, and after securing a good job, the struggle for promotion. Thus, marriage remained the last option in Vinuta's life. At first, Vinuta's parents were proud of their brilliant daughter's progress, but eventually they became concerned about her attitude towards marriage. When a groom who was not a match for her education and position came up, Vinuta would not even look up. When her parents tried hard to find a boy who suited her and introduce them to each other, Vinuta would ask the boy a strange question. Do you want to have children? All the young men she met said they wanted children. They all believed that children were necessary for the happiness of the family. This was the reason why Vinuta refused marriage. Vinuta, who had completely rejected all the young men who came up, found her first meeting with Ranjan a little different. She was really impressed by Ranjan, who had a bright and charismatic personality. But higher education and a good job turned her head. Also, she was very conscious about the rights and powers of women. She was of the opinion that women should act boldly. So, as soon as she saw Ranjan, she rained down a barrage of questions. You probably know everything about me by looking at my biodata, Vinuta asked directly. Yes, Ranjan said, staring at her accusingly. Vinuta muttered to herself that he was staring at girls like that as if he had never seen them before. But she remained silent, saying nothing. Do you have anything else to say about yourself? Finally, Ranjan asked, breaking his silence. Yes, do you want to know why I have not married yet? Yes, of course. So listen, I had no family responsibilities, no obligations. I worked very hard to shape my future. I know that. You are the only daughter of your parents. Your father is a renowned businessman, so there is no question of family problems. But I am not so lucky. Due to my father's illness, I have not had time to think about myself due to the responsibility of raising, educating, and marrying off my younger sisters. Now that you are ready to get married, what qualities do you expect in your future wife? I don't expect any special qualities, but the person who marries me should be ready to accept me with all my qualities and flaws. Ranjan said with an innocent smile, and Vinuta sat looking at him. Such a person was in her imagination. I am glad to hear your thoughts. Wouldn't it be good to talk about a few more things before we decide to become life partners? Vinuta said a little shyly. I am ready to talk about anything. You can ask anything. We both have achieved success through hard work. When two successful people live under the same roof, some problems can arise. I don't think there can be a problem that we can't solve together. You said it well, okay. Who will do the housework after marriage? Both of us can do it together. I think husband and wife should have equal power in the family. Children again. Children? Which children? I mean, who is responsible for the children? I have not thought about that. Then think about it now. Because I don't like that kind of a lifestyle. What are you saying? What did those innocent little children do to you? Don't be fooled by their innocent faces. Parents have to sacrifice everything in their lives for them. I agree with you, but people yearn for children. I may, but I cannot take on the responsibility of taking care of children along with my job. Tell me, your words are very interesting. Think about it. When two successful people come together, both their earnings add up. Life becomes full of joy. But I have seen some of my friends struggling a lot due to the responsibility of their children. Okay, let me ask you something. We only see our children crying. Don't the young animals and birds cry? Vinuta posed a question. What you say is right, I agree with you. But dogs and pigeons cannot fill the place of a child in a home, in a family. So, how will you solve this problem? I will focus on solving only one problem at a time. Our first problem is getting married. We need to decide whether we can both live under the same roof. The problem of children is next. Why worry about that now? Ranjan said seriously. But this matter is very important to me. I cannot sacrifice my future under any circumstances. I do not agree with the statement that becoming a mother makes a woman's life worthwhile. That is not a problem for me. So, if you don't want to grow a family after marriage, I have no problem. Ranjan explained his decision. Vinuta was silent for a while. She had never expected that anyone would agree to the marriage on her terms. Still, there was confusion in her mind. Did Ranjan really say this, or was he just pretending and showing a different face after marriage? This state of confusion did not last long. The atmosphere of tension that had been created in the house regarding her marriage was far from over. Now Vinuta had to get ready for the marriage, if not for herself, then for her parents. Both Vinuta and Ranjan's parents were waiting for their children's decision. It was the elders' long held wish that if both of them agreed to get married, they would be able to live happily ever after. When Vinuta and Ranjan finally agreed to get married, the house was filled with joy. Vinuta's mother Sarita had given up on her daughter's marriage. At first, she could not believe her ears when she heard her daughter's words. When she realized that it was true, her eyes filled with tears and tears rolled down her cheeks. She immediately recovered and said, "These are the tears of joy," wiped her tears and began to entertain the guests. Both sides were eager to get married soon. It was already very late. It did not seem appropriate to delay even a single day. The wedding ceremony was simple and performed before the party was over. Although Vinota and Ranjan were not very enthusiastic about getting married, they were in a state of bliss like those seen in novels after their marriage. When Vinota returned from her honeymoon, she had a special peace on her face. Seeing this, her parents were relieved and happy. While she was adjusting to her new life, Vinuta's health deteriorated. She became tired. She who had encouraged others became discouraged. When her health did not improve even after 4 days, Ranjan took her to the doctor. As soon as the doctor told her the good news of the arrival of the new guest, Vinuta fainted. When the doctor tried to bring her back to consciousness, her screaming started again. Everyone around her was looking towards the doctor's room, thinking that something bad had happened. If you were supposed to be happy to hear the good news, wouldn't you be behaving like this? I certainly didn't expect such behavior from you. Calm down. Losing your temper won't solve the problem. The doctor tried to explain to Vinuta. But Vinuta was adamant. Doctor, please, somehow get rid of this unwanted pregnancy. Sorry, Vinuta, at your age, abortion is not possible. Doctor, don't say no. I am ready to pay you double, triple the fee. Sorry, I can't do this work at any cost. That is not good. Vinuta, who had been doing as she wanted from the beginning, got angry at the doctor's words. Did you think you were the only doctor in this town? Vinuta shouted at the doctor. Go away, let's go somewhere else, she said, holding Ranjan's hand and walking out of the doctor's room. Vinuta, let's go home first. Let's think about what to do, which doctor to go to, and decide, Ranjan said while sitting in the car. Oh, I know you all have come together. You don't want me to get rid of this. What are you saying, Vinuta? You have not understood me for so long. I am worried about your health. Look, I have told you and my parents you should seek advice before taking any decision. Who did you ask? It seems you must have stuffed the doctor's ears. Tell me straight away that you can't tolerate my success. That's why you are getting in my way, Vinuta said in one breath. While Vinuta was struggling, her mother called her saying, I am leaving now. Until then, be brave. By evening, all her close friends had gathered at the house. Everyone unanimously declared that Vinuta had no right to refuse the boons she had received from God's grace. Vinuta had to stay on the raft. However, she decided to get rid of this predicament as soon as she got the chance. No matter how much she wanted it, no matter how hard she tried, Vinuta could not get the chance. Her in laws would not leave her alone for even a moment. Vinuta's mother declared that she would take full responsibility of raising the child. Will Ranjan's mother remain silent after hearing that? She also assured them that she would provide all kinds of cooperation. Vinuta too was waiting for the moment when her child would be born and her physical and mental suffering would be relieved. She often joked with Ranjan, God is partial to women. He has left all the hardships to them. Vinuta gave birth on time. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief as everything went smoothly. Vinuta's mother held the baby on her lap and cried. After 30 to 35 years, I have the good fortune to hear the sound of a baby in the house. I never expected such a divine grace to be bestowed upon us, she said, her voice breaking into sobs. Ranjan's mother caressed the baby and said, Ranjan, the baby is exactly like your father. The eyes, the eyebrows, everything is the same. Okay, what do you want to name the baby? Mom, you are the one who will raise the child, so think of a name for yourself. Ranjan said. Picking up the child, Vinuta lay there watching him curiously. After a while, she sat up on the bed, then Ranjan gently placed the baby on her lap. The baby's touch sent an electric current through Vinuta's body. She gently stroked its cheek. She tried to loosen its tightly clenched fist. She bent down and cupped its warm little foot. For the first time, she felt that she could not let go of such a small, sweet baby. She hugged the baby lovingly and immersed herself in the bliss of its sweet touch. It was a beautiful, indescribable experience for her. Ranjan, who was standing at a distance and observing the changing emotions on his wife's face, understood everything. The rays of the rising sun had announced its arrival in the sky. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the notification whenever a new video is uploaded.